Now, what's Coptic for lunch?
Damn! What is it? Look at this. Look at this from a stone and this from a papyrus. What's the difference?
Well, it looks like the same cartouche, except the other way around.
You know what that means? You must be able to read hieroglyphs in either direction.
Well, how do you know which direction to choose?
Precisely. This stops me in my tracks. I'd assumed left to right, as everything else on the Rosetta Stone appears to be read that way, but this... Wrong.
What?
It's a simple reflection. Everything has turned. Look! The heads must face the start of the word. That's how we know which way to read them.
Oh. Well done.
Young now began to publish a series of significant advances. Most impressively, he suggested how the name Ptolemy was spelt out in hieroglyphs. Champollion, by contrast, was still preoccupied with the practical task of earning a living.
Assistant professor. Has quite a ring to it, doesn't it?
It's a start.
Oh, you'll be a great teacher. Can't imagine you standing there saying enlighten us like old Sassy.
What about you, John?
Ah, I'll find something. Though times are changing, who knows what the future holds in store for Republicans like us. You mustn't give up on those hieroglyphs.
I won't. But sometimes I feel like it. Look at this. My latest clues. See the sign? Here it is in the Coptic, then into the Common Egyptian, then into the Ancient Egyptian, and finally into the hieroglyphs, the oldest sign of them all.
Which reminds me, almost as old as your breeches. Spare pair. No assistant professor should be without them.
Thank you. You clumsy oaf.
I'm so sorry.
Who's he?
Jean-François, I thought it was you.
My God, you look so... Well, you're older, aren't you? Of course you are.
Are you back from Paris to stay?
Yes, I'm back with Jacques, Joseph and Zoe.
They seem so happy together.
They are. I'm very envious.
You'd like to have married so?
Oh, no, I mean, well, I don't know what I mean.
My mother, I have to go.
Can I see you again?
It is our duty as scientists to question everything, whether it is the right of those who govern us or the power of those who direct our beliefs. We must always remember, the study of ancient history is a quest for truth, however uncomfortable that truth may be. Andre?
Professor Champollion, will we be studying hieroglyphs?
Yes. Yes, we most certainly will.
In 1815, defeat at the Battle of Waterloo meant the end for Napoleon and the short-lived French Republic. France was thrown into political turmoil.
How did it go today?
Oh, well, thank you, Zoe. Yeah, they're so keen to learn, especially about Egypt. Sometimes it's difficult to get them off the subject. I called by to see Rosine on my way home.
How is she?
Wonderful, as always. I even managed a few words with her father this time.
I find him very difficult. What on earth do you talk about?
Well, nothing much. I just asked for his daughter's hand in marriage.
Marry Rosine Blanc? You can't.
Why not?
She's just a girl. She has no interest in languages or your work.
Well, I'll teach her.
Isn't her father a royalist?
I'll teach him, too.
You couldn't possibly have agreed to the match.
No, but I shall work on him. And what if his future son-in-law's the first man to translate hieroglyphs?
I have a warrant for the arrest of Jacques-Joseph and Jean-François Champollion.
On what charge?
Using the university library to hold political meetings and plotting against the king.
That's not true.
You've been found guilty of sedition. You'll be removed from your teaching posts and exiled to your father's home in Figeac.
I'll wait for you.
Priest. 14. Priest. 14 to the left. Ha! Ha! Here it is. This, my dear Gurney, is the hieroglyph for priest.
That means you found God, King, Osiris, Isis, now priest.
Well, wait till the French see this.
I'm not sure we need to worry. Sussy tells me that poor old Champollion's fallen foul of the new rulers and been thrown out of his job.
And there was more good news for Young, thanks to the explorer Giovanni Belzoni.
Have it! There!
His quest for Egyptian artifacts had taken him to the south of Egypt. And whilst he hadn't managed to unearth another copy of the Rosetta Stone, at the Temple of Philae, he claimed an ancient Egyptian artifact which promised to be almost as useful.
What did I tell you? I could fill 10 boats from this place. This is beautiful. Don't you wonder what it means?
One of the few men in the world who might have known what was written on this obelisk was in exile in the French countryside, Jean-François Champollion. But his brother Jacques-Joseph's long campaign to get him released finally paid off. Champollion was all set to return to Paris.
Belzoni brought his obelisk.